Hey, good morning. This is Chet Rogers with Comfort Peaks Heating and Cooling. In this video, I'm going to discuss the cost of refrigerant. So if you have a leak or the installer of your AC left it undercharged with refrigerant, the prices vary based on the contractors. I've seen anywhere from some contractors on the low end at $75 per pound for refrigerant to $150 per pound. And then it varies based on if it's the type of refrigerant, R410A, 407C that is topping up an old R22 system that's 15, 20 years old with an older refrigerant variation. And so, one of these drums, the prices vary week to week. So the supply and demand from the manufacturer blenders, they change their price weekly, and then they take into account summertime. Do they have cash flow constraints? And now on the contractor side, a few things that go into it is every contractor has to have their technicians EPA certified to handle refrigerant. If not, you know, they are at risk of, thousands of dollars of fines if the EPA catches a technician handling refrigerant without a certification, to prevent releasing into the atmosphere, which causes damage to the ozone. Now, why contractors are such a wide range for the refrigerant prices. You're not just paying for the refrigerant. You have the time of the technician, which adding refrigerant doesn't take that much time. Balancing it to the manufacturer requirements takes a little longer because it has to have time to recirculate through the system. But different companies, vary their pricing based on, how many people they have answering the phones, how many vans they have on the road, that time they're with you, they also have downtime going, leaving the job, picking up the refrigerant, stuff like that. The cost of other overhead that they have. Do they have training programs? Things you don't think of that, you see what's happening at your house, but those companies have to add that cost into their pricing to cover the cost and to make a reasonable profit for their business. So that's why the prices vary. You might have a contractor who's on the lower end who's trying to hustle for new clients to build a customer base, where you might have a very large existing company that's on the higher end because they pay their technicians a premium over the competition, so they could have a better technician servicing you. They could have weekly or morning trainings, which that also adds cost to the business. So that's just a few reasons why refrigerant can vary from 75 to $150 per pound. ACs could vary from needing a pound or two for a small leak to, we've seen some residential ones, 4 and 5 ton systems that need 10 to 12 pounds, which is a pretty significant bill. So in the next videos, we'll go over some of the tools and things that also add to the cost that the technicians and companies have to have that to add the refrigerant to your system.